بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلاب وطالبات المستوى الثاني هندسة مفتوحات. This is the third lecture of the complementary lectures of your course Technical English that we aim to help you to finish the course. So this is the third lecture, and we are going to talk about products, oil products in the field of oil and gas. Oil. Read the text which will come later. This is the text. And label pictures with adjectives from the box. Look at these adjectives: flammable, fluid, miscible, non-flammable, stable, viscous, and volatile. Look at these. Look at the picture. You have A, B, C, D, whatever, and you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pictures, and you have 8 adjectives. Okay, now let's go to the text to read here. Some important properties of petroleum products. بعض الخصائص المهمة للمنتجات النفطية والمشتقات النفطية. Properties here means characteristics. خصائص. lubricating oil. هذا زيت، أعتقد زيت شحم أو تشحيم. Oils are in a viscous or thick liquid state at normal room temperature. Viscous here سميك ثخين. Okay, لزج maybe. Oils are in a viscous or thick liquid state at normal room temperature. Liquid states في حالة سائلة. And matter, I think the state has 3 conditions, 3 states. Matter has 3 states: liquid, gases, and solid. Now they are immiscible. The meaning of immiscible is explained between the 2 brackets. They cannot be mixed. يعني غير قابل للمزج، الخلط. إذا غير قابل للمزج. Okay. With water لا يختلط بالماء. However, they are miscible. They can be mixed with other oils. ربما بينما لديها قابلية الخلط أو mixed with other oils, but not with water. Okay. Now viscosity, اللزوجة. The viscosity of a liquid is its thickness, stickness or resistance to flow. يعني مقاومته للصب، يعني صبه سكبه. Okay. The oil must be viscous enough to maintain a lubricating layer on the moving parts of an engine, but fluid or free flowing سهل من السهل صبه أو سكبه enough to flow around the engine parts to keep them well coated under all conditions. Yes. زوجة أي سائل أو سماكته أو مقاومته للصب. The oil must be viscous. يبقى يكون لزج. To maintain a lubricating layer. طبقة لزجة on the moving parts of an engine. في الأجزاء المتحركة من أي محرك. Okay, now the viscosity index indicates how much that the oil's viscosity changes as temperature changes. A higher viscosity index indicates that the viscosity changes less when the temperature changes. A lower index shows that the viscosity changes more when the temperature changes. Okay. Now, this is the lowest temperature at which the oil can be poured out of a container or pumped around an engine. هذه النقطة كلها. أقل درجة حرارة يتم عندها الزيت قابل للصب أو للسك من أي محتوى container أو pump أو يضخ حول المحرك أو في المحرك. If the temperature falls below the power point, the oil is too viscous to flow ينسكب يصب قابل للحركة. A low point is useful when because we want engines to start up easily in cold temperature. في الطقس البارد يجب أن تكون درجة الحرارة is useful because we want engines كان المحركات أن تشتغل خاصة في الطقس البارد. Flash point. This is the lowest temperature at which the oil gives off vapors بخار يتبخر flash which are flammable قابل للاشتعال able to ignite يشتعل or catch fire easily. So flash point مثل الاشتعال ربما. It's dangerous for the oil in a motor to ignite and burn يحترق. So a high flash point is desirable لأن تكون نقطة الاحتراق عالية مرغوبة. Jet fuels وقود الطائرات. Two types of jet fuels are used in aviation في الملاحة الجوية. AFTAG aviation turbine gasoline and after aviation turbine kerosene. So kerosene and gasoline. These fuels must have three properties ثلاث خواص. هذا نوع من أنواع الوقود. First, they must be free from impurities خالي من الشوائب. Secondly, they must have a low viscosity index. Thirdly, they must be stable ساكن not volatile متطاير at high temperatures. Volatile liquids evaporate يتبخر more quickly when heated, whereas stable liquids don't evaporate quickly. Okay, these are some of the properties of petroleum products, and you need to read them again and again in order to understand. If you don't have any difficult word, try to check your dictionary or even ask me. Okay, let's go back to this exercise now. You have to fill these, to label, okay? And look, number one, flammable. Flammable here, I think it's viscous, okay? Oil and water. So الزوجة ها هذه viscous. Two or B. So number one is viscous. Yes. Number A is viscous. Number B is fluid سائل قابل للسك. Number C is immiscible غير قابل للاختلاط بالماء. Look, oil is here, water under. Okay, and number D is miscible اختلط ملح وماء salt and water. Okay, number E is volatile تبخر. Number F is stable كيف ساكن. And number G is flammable قابل للاشتعال. And the last one is non-flammable غير قابل للاشتعال. So these are the properties of the picture here, illustrations as like this. Let's go to second slide. Prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes and suffixes, these are grammatical terms which means is prefix suffix بادئة أو نهاية يعني مجموعة حروف تأتي في بداية الكلمة prefixes تغير معناها أو حتى the class of the word from verb to adjective from adjective to verb class maintaining and class changing suffixes نهاية تأتي في نهاية الكلمة look for example look at the word can say certain is an adjective a root word أصل الكلمة if you want to change it to its opposite we can put uncertain un this is a prefix بادئة okay and by putting a prefix at the beginning of a word بوضعنا prefix بادئة في بداية الكلمة we can change the meaning for example re at the beginning of a word means again rewrite write again reread read again and like this okay look at here prefixes and suffixes are grammatical units affixes or grammatical affixes prefix means come before في بداية الكلمة before the root word and suffixes come after في نهاية الكلمة for example educate يعلم يدرس if we add tion education so this is suffix change from verb to noun like this now complete the missing words in the table look here you have verb first column noun adjective adverb some words they cannot be transformed into a verb or here this highlighted area you can't put here a verb for example transport the noun transport or transportation transportable adjective no verb no adverb okay this is an example look number one here quick is an adjective the adverb is quickly insulate to insulation the noun insulatable the adjective number 3 no adverb number 4 here fuel to fuel a verb to fuel the car to refuel the car whatever no adjective and no adverb number 5 is storage to store verb okay storageable can say okay قابل للتخزين okay separate separation separatable separately okay so expect a question in the exam like this of course different words and some of these words now match the prefixes with the correct meaning examples look for example semi it's a prefix it means half okay semi submersible semicircle نصف قطر نصف دائرة fine okay sub now number 1 you can say let's see number 2 sub it's G subway below under sub-zero under zero sub-zero temperature sub-sea under the sea okay the meaning now micro it means small microscopic microchip microwave means small fine then you go like this number 4 off it means away from offshore off center away from center mid here in the middle midstream midday tree triangle, 3. So B. Tricon, triangle. Pulley, pulley here at can say number F, many. Polycarbonate, polymer, polymer. The last one over, it means many. Overtired, too tired. Overworked, overproduction. So one again, one is C, two is G, 3 is E, 4 is A, 5 is H, 6 is B, 7 is F, and 8 is D. Too much. Okay. Let's go on to this one we finished with now. Come study this grammatical rule. Adjectives gives information about nouns. Fine. A flammable, stable, viscous, liquid. They describe the noun. The noun is flammable, قابل للاشتعال, stable, ساكن, viscous, لزج. Okay. Now we can often make the opposite of an adjective by adding a prefix. The example, M. Miscible, immiscible. Stable, unstable. Correct, incorrect. So these are 3 prefixes added to adjectives to change them into their opposites, acts. Now, look at, for example, this. Complete the table with the adjectives in the box here. And for example, viscosity, the adjective is viscous. Miscibility, miscible. Flammability, flammable. Volatility, volatile. Of course, you can answer this if you listen to the listening part here in slide number 6. إذا لم يتم تحميل المقطع الصوتي هذا الخاص بالlistening بإمكانك التواصل معي أو مع الدكتور إبراهيم لإرساله لكم أو للمندوب عبر المندوب. Okay, so you need just to listen and listen to this and fill in this. Okay, now number 7, let's go. Matching, match the vocabulary. 1, 7 to A and G. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, to J. So you need to match. Expect a question in the exam like this, you know. Okay. So shipping, number 1, to make collocations. Okay. So number 1 is shipping. Shipping document. Hazardous, dangerous. It will be hazardous material, hazmat. Huh? Okay, A. Hazard, number 3. Hazard, class. Number 4, diamond, shade. Driving, license. Packing, group. And road, users. Okay, like this. Then abbreviations, read the box. Okay, we often use abbreviations, acronym, the short forms of words when we speak or write. For example, hazardous material should be hazmat. Shipping documents, shipping docs. Identification number, ID number. Commercial driver's license, CDL. So these are some of the abbreviations in the oil and gas industry, some technical terms. And the last slide is like this. These abbreviations have been used in the oil and gas industry. What do they mean? طبعا أنا وفرت عليكم إنه فرض إني ما أجيبش الحل هنا لكن to help you. Okay, so you have to memorize this to help you in your life career. So LPG means liquefied petroleum gas. and key means exploration and protection. SOP, SOP, standard operation procedures. MFP, minimum facility platform. And the last one, DWT, dead weight time. Okay. The last one is a quiz, and you have to do this quiz for yourself. Complete the sentences by putting a prefix from the list in front of the rest of the word. Use each prefix only once, مرة واحدة. But this you have to fill by yourself, and there are marks for this. Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, please ask me.